So when you hear multiculturalism and diversity, what comes to mind? What are thoughts, reactions that you have?
Different color faces.
Different color faces? Okay. What else?
Different languages speaking at the same time.
Okay. Anything else? Flags. Okay. Now, do you all have your own definition of what multiculturalism or diversity entails? Have you come up with your own definition? Would you consider yourselves multicultural and diverse? How many of you would say, yes, I'm multicultural and I'm diverse? Okay. So most of you, right? So I want you to take some time to reflect on the first experience that you had as it relates to diversity and multiculturalism. Okay? The first experience that you had, that may be the case that it was during your childhood, maybe here at the University of Richmond, right? So think about that, and I want you to turn to someone next to you and share that experience. Okay? Before you do that, I'll share my first recollection of an experience that's related to diversity and multiculturalism. So my name is Jean-Pierre, or JP, and my brother's name is Jean-Philippe. And I remember when we were younger, my mom would ask me, what ice cream flavor do you like? And then I told her, well, look at me. You know, I must like vanilla because I'm lighter skinned. And my brother, Jean-Philippe, he's darker skinned, so he must like chocolate. So that was kind of that first experience with, you know, as it relates to something different. And in particular, it was related to race, ethnicity, or more so race. My brother being darker skinned, so therefore he must like a darker, you know, type of ice cream. So think about the first experience that you had as it relates to diversity and multiculturalism. However, you want to define diversity and multiculturalism. So in response to my question, what has changed? Another way to think about it is you may have had a definition of diversity or multiculturalism maybe growing up, and that definition was challenged in some way. So who wants to share? Ways that maybe your definition has changed through the years, or ways in which you've been challenged. Things that I take in challenging students on their perspective of what a diverse community should look like. For instance, when prospective students come to the university, and then they tell me, you know, I noticed that this university is not diverse. So the first thing I ask them is, what does it mean, you know, to have a diverse community? What does that look like? And in many instances, they're just referring to certain areas of diversity. And we all know that there are many forms of diversity. So that's, you know, something that I want you to be mindful of, you know, particularly when you go out in the community. You know, it's not just about race and ethnicity. It's not just about sexual orientation, class, gender. What about political affiliation? Isn't that something? Isn't that a cultural, you know, difference that people have? You know, there are many different areas of diversity, and maybe we don't tap into those that much. So that's why I wanted you to kind of reflect on your first experiences and to continue to see how that will change, or how has it changed, you know, through the years. Okay. Anything else for us to wrap up? I think we can spend a whole lot of time on this topic. You know, I'm sure that you can probably take a course on, you know, what does it mean to be diverse or multicultural. So hopefully this is just a starting point, to that continued reflection that you'll have, and then hopefully you can share this with your fellow Bonner scholars and peers around campus, and challenge each other. When people say, that community is not very diverse, or this campus is not very diverse, really explore what does that mean.